Another top story we are continuing to follow as a stepbrother is now front and center in the death investigation of an 18-year-old high school student who died on a Carnival cruise ship. Let's be joined right now by Madison Scarpino in Atlanta with the latest on this mystery. What more can you tell us? What's the next step in this process?
Hey, Andy Mac. Well, yeah, the 16-year-old stepbrother was sharing a cruise cabin with the victim, Anna Kepner, and that's also where her body was found. Well, in an interview with ABC News, Anna's grandparents say that the FBI told them she died from asphyxiation. And the grandparents, who were also on the family cruise, say the FBI is exploring the possibility it was caused by a so-called bar hold, which is a type of chokehold with an arm around the neck. But investigators and the medical examiner are staying quiet right now. ABC asked the grandparents if they think the stepbrother had anything to do with Anna's death, and here's what they say.
I mean, he was in a room with her. He was the only one seen coming and going. So I can't accuse him because I don't know what happened in that room, but the summation would be that he did something.
The grandmother also saying the stepson told her he did not remember what happened the night of Anna's death. And she also says that he was a, quote, emotional mess while interviewing with the FBI. We learned through a court motion filed last week in the stepmom's custody case that her teen son is considered to be a suspect in Anna's death, and he could soon be facing charges. Now, this all comes after a housekeeper discovered the cheerleader's lifeless body shoved under a bed in the cabin earlier this month, reportedly wrapped in a blanket and covered by life jackets.
Cruise ships are loaded with cameras. They have cameras everywhere. We may not have cameras in the room, but we're going to know at the time of death. We're going to know who was with her at the death.
And we have reached out to the attorneys for both Anna's stepmother and her father and are waiting to hear back. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much. And obviously, one of the main questions that I think about is just jurisdiction, because this cruise ship is traveling through different waters to different ports. Can you give us some insight into that? Who has potential authority if there are charges brought or anything happens?
So because, as you mentioned, this did happen supposedly on international waters during that Carnival cruise ship, it would be the FBI handling this investigation. And since all the signs are pointing towards the 16-year-old being the suspect, the fact that he's a minor probably is playing into the fact that we still have not seen any charges yet, if he is in fact charged with this crime.
Correct. Yeah, there's a lot of potentially finger pointing out there for this. What is Carnival Cruise saying about this? Have we heard any statements? Are they being cooperative with authorities?
So Carnival Cruise, in the beginning when this happened, they told us that they are fully cooperating with the Miami office of the FBI. As I mentioned, they are the ones handling the investigation, and they seem to kind of point all the questions back towards the FBI. But they are acknowledging that this happened on one of their ships.
All right, very good. Obviously, we're going to keep our eyes on ears for any developments in this case. Madison, I appreciate your time, your insight, your reporting here on Live Now.